Originally, when I decided to apply for the Air Force Academy, I was looking forward to a life of adventure as a pilot in the military. But the September 11th terrorist attacks happened while I was a sophomore at the academy. And that day I realized that being in the military wasn't about my personal desires or dreams. It was about serving my country and doing something about what had happened to our country. I deployed to both Iraq and Afghanistan while I was in the Air Force. I had a very close and unique bond with the men and women I served with. When I came back from war and I re-entered civilian life, I was all alone. I remember putting my bags in my car and driving away from the base where I lived and just thinking to myself, what next? What do I do now? And I think that's something a lot of American soldiers struggle with when they leave the military. But I think that's something that's not common to soldiers from other countries and other cultures. The Kurdish Peshmerga go to war with their family, and then they come back home with their family. Maybe it's a cultural inhibition to admitting to having post-traumatic stress, but I also believe that those tight family bonds and the fact that they go to war with their fathers and their brothers and they come home with their family, it gives them that support structure to deal with the after effects of combat that many of our soldiers don't have. When I left the military, I immediately entered a career as a war correspondent. I think I was in search of recreating that sense of purpose and identity that I had achieved while in the military, but which I thought I had lost when I became a civilian. And after years of going to war zones, I finally found a way out. I finally found a way to recreate that sense of purpose in my life. And ultimately, it was due to love. When I met my wife, Lily, in Ukraine, I found a reason for living that superseded what I think had become my addiction to war.